This is a HeadGum podcast.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to A Funny Feeling Podcast. I'm Betsy Sidaro.
And I'm Marcy Jarrow. This is a podcast where comedians tell us their paranormal experiences, and we listen to yours as well.
Oh, yeah. And if you have one of these paranormal experiences that you want to share with us, please email it to us at funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com.
Now get cozy.
And prepare yourself to be scared silly.
This is a Funny Feeling Podcast. Hey guys, Betsy and I have a little request for you.
Oh, we sure do.
For all you spook heads.
Yeah, we would love if you guys could send us some of your own paranormal experiences and stuff, whether through a voice audio file or just straight up an email. We're going to read it. We're going to talk about it. We can't wait to hear it.
Yeah, you can send a voice memo from your phone. Almost any smartphone can do that. You can email us. Just a typical email at funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com. Please do that. And also another request for you guys. We would love it if you could rate and review us on Apple Podcasts. That really helps us get the word out.
Yeah.
Helps us reach other people.
Yeah.
And tell a friend if you know anyone who's into the paranormal.
Yeah. Or even just kind of into listening to people chat.
Yeah. If you just like
Perfect.
people chatting, you can just shoot them over a link to this. We would love it if you shared it so you can help us grow and get the word out.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. What you got for me today, B?
So today, Marcy, I'm going to tell you about the old Idaho Penitentiary.
Ooh, full of potatoes.
Full of potato criminals. I, a few weeks ago, now maybe a month or I don't know.
By the time this comes out, it'll be a billion years ago.
I went to Boise.
That's right.
With some of our friends.
Do you want to name drop or nah?
With Adam and Dan.
Ooh.
Name dropping.
Hello.
To go see, we just, to go see one of our favorite bands, NoFX, play.
Right.
And we were just like, oh, what a fun little weird vacation. Let's go to Boise. None of us had ever been.
Let's go to Idaho to see a band that was really popular when I was in puberty.
Yeah.
They're still popular to you, though.
They are.
And
They're the
obviously
best.
everyone, right? Like,
Yeah.
they can still have concerts.
Yeah.
They're probably like the surviving punk, like, they are punk rock.
They are punk
They're
rock.
like the people doing it now.
Yeah.
Who else is punk?
Well, it's still like Bad Religion. Like,
Oh,
everybody's
yeah.
still kicking it pretty hard.
It's crazy that punk rockers got old.
Yeah.
They shouldn't have.
Yeah.
They all should have burst into flames at 35.
35, yeah. I remember NoFX has a song that came out now, like, 15 years ago or something, maybe 20, of just like, we're pushing 30, like they're singing about how they're almost 30 years old and they're still punk rockers because they started when they're like 15 or something.
Yeah, I like to think I'm the punk rock of the paranormal.
Yes, you are. You should have exploded at 30, right?
I did. This is why I look this way. I put myself back together pretty haphazardly.
Yeah, like your ears are on your butt, dude.
Yeah, the better to hear my farts.
Is that what you wanted?
Oh, that one sounded beautiful. All right.
Okay, anyway, so
Idaho
the
Penitentiary.
old Idaho Penitentiary, which I pulled from Wikipedia, My Experiences and Ghost Adventures. And so when we went, it was awesome. First of all, you drive up like Old Penitentiary Road, which is so creepy. And you drive through this really awesome neighborhood with these huge old houses. You know, it felt very, I don't know, fun and old-timey. And
It's in the back of a house,
it's like out right next to a neighborhood now.
Ew.
I mean, it's shut down.
Okay.
But I feel there must have been houses that close to it.
Yeah, they're like, you guys want to go? There's a new neighborhood. You got to check it out.
It's really nice.
Now, to be fair, there are some criminals
yeah,
in the
there's a
neighborhood.
lot of criminals, but it's really lovely. It's close to everything. And it was the perfect day to go to a haunted prison because it was like a little like drizzling, but like these dark clouds, but like still the sun was out in some spots. It was awesome.
It's a real spooky,
so spooky,
somber day.
So awesome. And all you do, you just like wander around. Like it's just kind
We have
of
one of those audio
I think
tours.
you could have done that, but we chose not to.
Because you're punk.
Because I'm punk, and I don't like learning. So you
I'll
like
do my research later.
yeah. I'll watch an episode of Ghost Adventures, and then be like, yeah, me too. So you just like walk, you pay some money, and you wander around, and it was pretty awesome. And there was this section that was very creepy. I'll get into like because it's haunted as shit. Of course,
Hell yeah.
it's totally haunted.
Hold on 1 second. Can we pause?
Yeah.
I just want to turn off some of these because it's going to be files for me.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wait. Let me just...
Is it? Am I on? Yeah. Okay.
Test. Okay, we're all
Okay,
on.
cool. We're all kicking
All right,
it.
back into it.
Okay, back into it. Yeah, so it's like super haunted. And I'll give a little history. It was open for like 130 years and it housed more than 13,000 convicts, including 215 women. And they like there was their own like women's area.
The ladies are
with
over
like
here.
a very beautiful yard and stuff. It was very nice.
What are you in for? I poised my husband.
Yeah,
me
right.
too.
Oh, yes, he deserved it, right? Oh, absolutely.
I just like to watch men die. Idaho.
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 They built the women's section because there was a woman that they put in with a bunch of men. And then, of course, she just got, like...
Brutalized?
I think verbally. I don't think they were able to get to her. But, like,
Jesus.
then they're like, oh, maybe we should make our own section for women. It's like, yeah, you dumb fucks. Of course you should. Put a woman in with a bunch of, like, fucking potato criminals.
Yeah.
Gotta get them.
Potato
Okay,
criminals.
but in this prison, at least 110 people died in the jail from like old age, illness, and of course, murder.
Murder? I thought you were
And
gonna
like
say
executions and shit.
I thought you were going to say tuberculosis.
I bet that's part of the illness. Tuberculosis.
People really got
syphilis.
the consumption a bunch.
Oh, yeah. Lungers. Didn't they call them lungers? Well, I'm pretty sure they called them lungers. Okay, so out of 11 state executions in Idaho, 10 have happened here at this penitentiary.
Oh, only one happened somewhere else?
One happened somewhere else. A car.
You think they do execution by car?
No, what happened was they were driving them to the jail, and then the car had an accident,
And they're like,
and the dude died, and they're like, well,
let's just count this one.
there we go. We got rid of him.
We did it. Let's tell the families.
All right, great.
That's amazing. They've only the state that has the death penalty only killed 11 people.
Yeah, right. Over
Just don't have
or probably like hundreds of, or not hundreds, but like
Yeah, that's
150
wild.
years, 175 years.
Don't do it. Don't kill people.
Yeah, in general, people,
Let the people figure out how to die on their own.
because they will.
Oh, they're all going to.
They will.
Okay, keep going.
Okay, so people who work at the prison now, they've heard a bunch of sounds where it sounds like people are working on plumbing, like hitting, like wrenches, hitting pipes and stuff. But guess what? There's no plumbing in jail. Spooky,
Wait,
huh?
there's no pipes?
There are no pipes or anything. You know what's really gross? The cells had these little doors, like on at the bottom, like kind of by this. They did have toilets though, but maybe in this cell block they didn't, because there's one cell block where they only had a little hole that a bucket would slide in that you would do your business in, and then you'd slide it out. So it must, because the other ones did have toilets with very funny toilet seats on it.
Oh.
It was weird.
So there's no plumbing.
So there's no plumbing maybe in that section. One woman who works there reached into the cell because she like saw this old timey picture, and she was like, "Oh, I'm gonna grab it," while the cell was locked, and then felt like fingers running through her hair and like grabbing her.
Ew,
isn't that gross?
A rapist ghost.
Another woman got shoved by something, and then started hearing a bunch of like whispering and people talking right after she got shoved.
He's like, I pushed her.
Yeah. Did you see me push her?
You know what? I love pushing ladies.
That's why I got thrown in here from pushing so many ladies.
What if someone went to prison for pushing ladies?
For shoving ladies? Maybe those women we saw at Yogurtland. We went to Yogurtland one time and got shoved out of the way.
Some very old, cartoonishly old ladies pushed us out of the way to get some
shoved us out of the way.
Free samples.
To get free samples, but then they left with like the biggest container you can get.
They like packed the yogurt in by tapping it on the counter. They tapped it so that there would be no air pockets in the yogurt. And it must have gone up 8 inches high.
It was huge.
It was huge.
And they shoved us.
And then they didn't like a flavor and they threw it on the ground.
Oh my God, I forgot that part. They threw
it over her shoulder.
That really
insane.
Freaked me out.
They might have been aliens.
They might have been just trying to be humans and be like, yogurt.
Yeah.
I love this yogurt.
Not this yogurt. Bad splat.
Anyways, a reporter came one time and was doing a story, and he started getting a crazy headache while he was reporting, and people who were there also started taking pictures, and there were all these orbs around him out in the like yard where he was reporting. There were a bunch of and just another fact about the prison: the prisoners had to build the prison wall.
Rude.
Isn't that awful?
Oh my. Well, I mean, I guess that's who should be doing it, right?
Yeah, right.
Like, you're punished. What's our punishment? You have to build your own prison.
Oh, that sucks. For shoving ladies? All right. One of the most active places on the grounds is called Siberia, and that's the solitary confinement area. And that's like, it was closed when we went, but on Ghost Adventures, it was open. But it's like...
They knew somebody.
Yeah, they must have...
Pulled a string or two.
Pulled some strings, you know?
Wink, wink.
They're like tiny, like pretty much where you can just stand up in it, and like the door closes and there's like a little slit. Like that's the solitary confinement where they would keep them for like...
And you can't even lay down?
You can't. You're just like in a pod almost.
That's torture.
Yeah, it's really spooky. But right next to Siberia, there was this place called The Hole that was open when we were there, and it's a bigger room where they would put like 6 to 8 men in there, but that same idea of like pure dark, close the door, there's like maybe a slit for somebody to look into and probably yell at them or whatever, and that was it. And there was a lot of like people over time wrote a lot of stuff. I think also visitors. And one person wrote, and it destroyed me, anything can be a dildo if you're brave enough on the wall. I took a picture. Made me laugh very hard in The Hole.
I mean, I guess it's true.
So those are like very active places where, you know, and a lot of people like went insane, killed themselves, stuff like that. And so people see shadow figures here and constantly are hearing voices and just weird noises. And
I would imagine
stuff.
that a prison would be a place where there's a lot of restless souls there.
Yeah. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Constantly.
Doesn't sound good.
There were also, like, they also showed, had a lot of stories of people who were wrongfully accused.
Oh.
And in that prison there was this one man, a Chinese immigrant, his name was Yiwi. I remember it because I thought of Yiwi's Big Adventure. Where
Yiwi.
He, like, he pled guilty, but his translator translated it wrong. or he pled not guilty.
guilty.
His translator translated it wrong and pled guilty, and it happened to him twice.
Oh, he needed
got appealed, but then he
I
did
guess
get
in
out.
Idaho, there's not like a ton of translators working for the state.
I guess, yeah. I don't know. Isn't that so sad? But he did, in the end, get out, which is nice for Yee-Wee's Big Adventure.
Oh,
Is that okay? I said Yee-Wee's Big Adventure?
I think so.
Like
Why?
Pee-wee's Big Adventure?
I think it's okay.
Okay. I don't know. Okay, great. Another hot spot of activity is House 5, which contains death row and the gallows. So a lot of shit happens here. And this one dude who works there, his job is to like take care of House 5, and he locks it up every night. And he's always the first one in, last one out. And there have been some times where he locks the door and leaves, and then in the morning the door is open and like unlocked and shit. Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Do you think it's the ghost of a warden then? Because ghosts that are prisoners wouldn't have keys.
But I feel you move stuff
I guess they could go inside of a
because
door
they get in
move
and out
it.
of their cells. Right? They don't stay there.
But they don't get to. Well, I mean, I think it's a warden ghost, but whatever.
I don't know. Maybe it's a warden ghost. I don't know.
Maybe someone who's like been tortured by killing people.
Maybe.
He's like, I shouldn't have killed all those.
I gotta get at it. I gotta let them out.
I hung too many people.
I hung too many. Also, this dude has had a lot of times where the lights are turned on when he comes in the morning, and he's like, "No, I shut off all the breakers." I'm gonna get in trouble
now for all this electricity that I'm using in this abandoned prison.
Yeah. And then in this what is it, House 5? There's this dude who got who hang there. And he was essentially the Jack the Ripper of Idaho. Like he really mutilated this one woman, and he apparently like haunts the prison, but then also haunts the like cigar shop and bar that he used to hang out at a bunch.
Wait, there's a cigar. Oh, like somewhere else in town.
Yeah, somewhere else in town where he like picked up his victim.
Oh,
and they have like they feel weird activity there and stuff too. But that essentially is the old Idaho Penitentiary.
Oh, man. There's a lot of places that I'm like, we got to go there. This is not one.
You don't want to go there?
No.
Why?
I don't know. I've done a few like tours of penitentiaries, and it just bums me out.
It's scary. It's real. Like, I started kind of getting pretty anxious seeing some of those cell places. Like, there was one that was like super dark and just low ceilings, and for me, low.
And you're little.
And I'm short.
She's the
and I
size...
went with Dan Lippert, who's like 6'7".
Yeah, he's enormous. You're the size of a labradoodle.
I am the size of a labradoodle, like when they're laying down and stretched out.
Yeah, that's how
I'm
big
the total
Betsy
of
is.
that.
And you look like a Muppet.
And I look like a Muppet, and I do kind of sound like one. But yeah, it was creepy.
So you got some feelings about like anxiety and stuff.
Yeah, I think just the idea of like being like, and there was one cell area where like, it was like 4 stories of cells just on top of each other, and then on the bottom floor, right underneath the like windows on the other side of the cells, were just like 2 showers, where it's like, oh, I guess you have to like shower in front, like. Oh.
I know that shouldn't be a big issue, but it would be for me.
It would be huge. I don't want anybody seeing my body.
No matter what, like a lot of showering is fine, but when you have to shower your butt crack, that's humiliating.
Humiliating. Even when you're by yourself, it's humiliating.
Humiliating. That was really great, Betsy.
That's the old Idaho State Penitentiary.
Thank you.
Very spooky.
All right. We'd like to welcome to the show actor, comedian, writer. He was a writer on the Eric Andre show.
Yeah.
Lucas Held.
Hi. Thanks for having me.
Oh, thanks for being on.
Lucas,
excited.
How are you?
I'm great. I'm like so excited to be here talking about this. People in my regular life are so sick of me trying to talk to them about UFOs and ghosts and this and that, and what I heard on Coast to Coast and blah, blah, blah. And I read this in that book, and they're like, oh, gosh.
We got to hang out more then.
I was going to say, hit us up whenever, because we're down.
Always talking about it.
Totally. We need to hang out.
I mean, it's the only reason why I was like, Betsy, we have to start a podcast because it's like an outlet for me to talk about this every week.
Yeah.
So that's a great place to start then. What do you believe about the paranormal, if anything?
So, I feel a little funny about the word believe.
Okay.
Only because it implies sort of a leap of faith.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
And I guess I believe, if I'm being honest, I believe in lots of crazy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But only because what I really believe is that anything is possible and that we really don't understand reality.
Yes.
Yeah.
We don't understand, our science is we're so infantile in our science. We only just started figuring this stuff out like in the last couple hundred years, a little bit. So for us to think that we have everything figured out about reality in the universe is ridiculous.
That's how I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a crazy assumption to think that any scientist knows more than 4% of what's out there.
Yeah.
Like,
If that.
how dare we think that?
I'll fucking kill
How
somebody.
dare we?
Fuck that guy.
So, fuck you, Newton.
What scientist is the one who has like this theory? It's like it's
Cram Stampson.
who basically it's just like it's a safer bet to believe in things than not believe in things.
Oh.
But I think
that's
it's
a good-
it's
Yeah, I like that.
specifically about God, I think, but like it's like, well, there's no harm in not believing. There's no harm in believing in the thing that might not be real.
Okay.
But there is harm in not believing in the thing that is real.
Right.
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I get that.
Yeah,
That's
Like, there's no harm in believing there are aliens, but if we don't believe there are aliens and then they fucking come down to Earth
Then
and
it's weird.
put things all in our butts, then we have an issue.
Yeah.
You better.
That is cool. That's reminds me very much of like Matt Stone and Trey Parker, the dudes who made South Park. That's very much the message I feel of the Book of Mormon.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, why not? If it makes you happy
Yeah.
and you have a community or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
I mean, I think that, like, yeah, why not believe whatever crazy thing you want to believe?
Yeah. And at least be open to
So then-
ideas. Don't close yourself off to everything.
So then what would some of the
Yeah.
things be that you think probably exist then?
Okay, I don't think I would have to say I know that there are aliens somewhere. That has to
Yeah.
exist.
Okay.
There's no way that in this giant universe and so many planets and it's expanding, and now there's the idea of the multiverse. There's no way we're the only sentient, intelligent beings in this universe. That's impossible.
Because we're here.
Yeah, we're here.
There's got to be other
Also,
stuff.
we keep finding out the universe is bigger and bigger
Yes,
than we thought.
and older, and
Yeah.
and they keep finding out humanity on Earth is older and older than they thought. So we
Yes.
know so little. The thing that there is a question mark in my mind about though is whether or not the aliens are coming to Earth or here at Earth. Although I have to think that it's possible. I've seen things in the sky that are not airplanes that
Right.
are strange.
I think it's a possibility to. I also think of it like it in the terms of like multiverses that like maybe it's not even that they're coming here, but just that our worlds are like kind of folding in on each other.
Exactly. Maybe they are here. Maybe the lights in the sky are not aliens. Maybe there's something that we just can't understand.
Like
yet.
Midnight Special.
Yes.
I only can reference like movies and television when it comes to this.
I
stuff.
mean, that's the only thing you can't. That's
like
all.
who's the boss?
it's just like Who's the Boss when
Angela is
Angela
the alien,
Yeah.
and Samantha
Wait,
was the.
wait, you don't think that
Bigfoot.
Tony Danza is the alien?
Oh yeah, Tony Danza's definitely
Jonathan.
Jonathan, he's an elf.
Jonathan.
He's a little elf.
Wait, Midnight Special. Yeah, that's a good one.
Where it is like the aliens are on Earth,
Yeah.
but just in a different dimension that we can't see.
Yeah.
Right. I think that's a lot of what current sci-fi is leaning towards, like with
Yeah.
Stranger Things and
Yeah.
stuff. Sorry if you didn't watch season 1.
She just spoiled it
Yeah.
so bad.
Yeah.
Oh,
You fucked.
you're fucked.
You're fucked.
My nephew was asking me when I was home last year. He's like, "Are ghosts real? Are this real?" And then I was like, "Well, I believe they are, but I believe it also could be that there's this thing called the multiverse, and that like we're all living reality all at once. That like we think that yesterday happened before today,
Right.
but there's no real. But that's just because we break down time that way
Right.
in societies, or they don't. Like there are like Aboriginal tribes that don't keep that kind of calendar, or they kind of like exist past, present, and future all at once.
Yeah. Didn't I? Okay, I'm getting out of my league here, but didn't Einstein have some idea like that, where that time actually all just happens at once?
Yeah, like that time is relative. I might be, guys. If you're listening,
No,
you're
I
like,
think
she
you guys are
sounds
spot
stupid.
on.
You're absolutely
Quote
right.
them.
I'm stupid. I don't
Use
know.
their quotes in your dissertations.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Einstein says time is once and never more, and ghosts.
And ghosts. And Bigfoot.
But yeah, that the idea that that everything is happening simultaneously, so that it's that like maybe we're just seeing impressions of other stuff on top of it, because it's just kind of all
That's
stacked up.
wild.
Because we think of it as a straight line, but
Right.
you know, Matthew McConaughey said it's a circle. It's a
And-
flat
He
circle.
did. He did. All right. Yeah.
It's a flat circle. And I think I don't know. I don't know if that itself is true, but that the idea that like maybe a ghost to me is just I'm a ghost to it.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And they're like,
the others.
Yes, and they're like, "Oh God, there was a woman in my bedroom, and
Yeah.
she was wearing some really cheap Forever 21 clothing."
Yeah. That's so funny.
It's like her way of dress
Just
was
eating
very
a bunch
funny.
of Taco Bell and
In
then
her bed and
being
crying.
bummed about it. Just being like, "This is so good. Oh no, now I gotta just go sit on the toilet for a while." There he goes.
My ghost has diarrhea all too much for a healthy ghost.
My
I'm
ghost-
really scared that other dimensions can hear my bathroom.
Yeah, yes, that's a horrifying place. That's
Yeah.
like the underworld to them.
Yeah.
You know, I
The
was
terrifying place.
as a child, this is a different subject entirely. I was really worried my dad had ESP.
Uh-huh.
Not my mom. I was really worried that my dad could read my thoughts.
Wow.
I don't know why.
Okay.
I don't know why him specifically, but I was like, if anybody can, I bet he could. And he just wouldn't tell you.
Would you like when you were in the room with him, like think of a brick wall?
No, but that's a really good idea. Why a brick wall? Just because like that's
I
your...
learned that from like the Village of the Damned,
Okay, think of a brick wall.
because then it just stops them from being able to see your thoughts.
All right. I'm by it.
Buy it.
I'm $10.
Oh,
Sold.
thank you. Sold.
To a lady in the second row with a blah, 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 blah.
Skip, blah, blah, skip,
I'm gonna try
With a
really
cheap
hard.
Forever 21 clothes on.
Okay, this is from
Yeah.
ASOS. ASOS, if you're
Oh.
listening.
ASOS, sponsor us, please.
Sponsor us. Give us some spooky clothing. So you believe ghosts, aliens. What about like angel, demon, that kind of like...
Same thing where it's like I won't say I don't believe in it.
Yeah.
But I also won't say I do believe in it. But yeah.
You grew up Catholic like I did, right?
Well, not quite.
No?
My dad's Jewish.
That's right.
And
That's
my
right.
mom's Catholic.
Yeah.
My mom's
you got
from
the best of the severe religions.
severe religions, and also I gotta say, very kind of almost shamanistic bloodlines in each one.
How so?
Well, because my dad's side, we did a genetic thing, and it came back saying that we were in this haplogroup that's descended from Aaron, Moses' brother.
Whoa.
Which is it sounds cooler than it is, because when it comes down to it, when you deal with that amount of time, like maybe 3/4 of Jews at this day
Okay.
are descended from David, and like most Europeans have some connection to Charlemagne. Like there's a lot of
Yes,
connection here.
okay.
But there's a direct patrilineal, according to this thing, that from Aaron, and then on my mom's side, they would always talk about this, that her mother, her family was descended from Irish kings who were themselves descended from the Druids.
Oh, wow.
And there's this crazy
Whoa.
idea that I just heard that the Druids, their sort of royalty was descended from Egypt, that Egypt somehow leaked out into that. And there's a
Yes.
connection. I don't know what that means or anything,
Wow.
but I do find it interesting that, so my grandma was super Catholic.
Okay.
Yes.
But at
She
the
could
same
fly
time,
around.
yeah, X-ray vision, everything. But she
She
also
fucking bleed the
had
body of Christ.
There was a little bit of a sort of unspoken, almost old world paganism about her that you
Okay.
find with
Yes.
Irish people a lot.
Yeah.
Where they're super Catholic, but at
Very
the same time,
superstitious.
exactly. Banshees, ghosts,
Yeah.
like she kind of talk about that stuff, but
Wait, so what would
I
your
feel
grip?
a lot of like Christian rituals come from
Absolutely.
those pagan
Absolutely.
rituals
I mean,
that
that's-
started it.
yeah,
That's like, I think Christmas started that way.
Halloween.
Halloween.
yeah.
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 So, like, what was something that your grandmother would have told you as a child that was like, or like, what do you think is like an example of?
She was not the kind to really tell like scary ghost stories. She probably her faith would keep her from doing that. But
Yeah.
she would mention like, oh, like there was a little closet room of their
Ew.
old house, and there's a ghost in there. That's where the ghost is. We hear it scratch.
Scratch and
Yeah,
ghost.
yeah, scratch and
Dude,
ghost.
but she did not believe in critters, right? She did not believe in
like the
rats
movie
or
Critters?
anything. Yeah,
Or holes.
She did not believe in the franchise
Critters.
Critters.
She didn't believe it. She thought it was a bad move on that director's part. Yeah, I never
That's
really talked to
wild.
her about the specifics of those things, but you
Yes.
could just get this sort of unspoken, sort of mystical spirituality that she had. She was really into nature, really into animals.
Yeah.
She loved, and that passed on to my mom. Passed on to me. I'm obsessed with nature. I like if there is no religions, then I know at least there's something kind of special and almost holy about nature. And
Yeah.
it keeps us alive. It nurtures us. It's beautiful. It makes us feel good and calm. It's like it's great. It's everything.
yeah.
I was listening to another podcast, and they were doing this Japanese. These scientists were in Japan were doing studies on people being in nature,
Tree bathing.
and what it does to their stress levels and like their blood pressure, and just like
Yeah.
going into
Absolutely.
nature for literally an hour would drop their levels so much just being around nature.
Yeah.
But then they found that if they even were to kind of fabricate it and just pump the scent of pine,
Yeah.
that it
Yeah.
would do the same effect.
I will say, like, I love, like, right now I got a lot of, like, fiery and pine candles around, you
Oh,
know,
yeah?
like fall, autumnal.
Yeah.
And it chills me out.
Hell yeah.
I love going to the desert so much.
Yes.
The first time I went to the desert was when I moved out here, and I think it was in the wintertime. I was on a shoot in Joshua Tree.
Oh wow.
And I was
yeah.
just like, I have never experienced the sort of peace and connectedness that I did out there in the desert. That I was just like,
Powerful
and I'm
place.
such a fair complected person that I really didn't like. I'm always like, I'm dying of heat stroke. And if it gets over 75, I'm like, oh Lord Almighty, oh, I'm gonna wither away. But I really really love the desert
Yeah.
so much.
You get this feeling when you go to the desert, or I did at least, that you understand how the God of the Israelites came to be, in that it's indigenous to that. There's something big. The desert is big. It's like, no, there's not little gods. There's one God. There's
Yeah.
one big one, and it decides if you live or die. Like, this desert could kill you so easily if you step out of line, if you break these rules.
Yeah.
And Judaism is all like, especially the early, it's all about these rules that are actually really practical. They're all like, keep your tent this clean,
Don't
bathe
eat
this
pork.
amount, don't eat pork.
Don't eat shellfish.
Can you imagine eating a shellfish in the desert? That's a bad idea.
No, that's awful.
That's such a
Never
bad
ever
idea.
go to a seafood
Honestly,
buffet in Vegas.
Don't eat. Yeah, I won't eat seafood unless I'm by the ocean.
Right.
Yeah.
If I can see the ocean from the restaurant I'm in, I will eat seafood. If I cannot, I will
Hell
not.
no.
Hell no.
Hell no.
Fire no. But in Louisiana, I'll eat it anywhere, though.
Oh, so good.
They'll
Oysters.
they'll fry all the poison out of it.
Yeah. Deep fry anything and I'll eat it. Anything.
But yeah, I mean, a lot of those Old Testament laws about keeping kosher are basically just like, don't die.
Right.
Don't die. Have children so
Yeah.
that the species can
Survival.
live on. And then if your husband dies, you have to go marry his brother.
Right.
So that you have someone to take care, protect you.
Maybe. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, these are good. There's just
These are good ones.
practical ideas from Moses.
Marry your brother-in-law. Very important.
He's nice, right? He already knows you.
He's there already. Come on.
Yeah.
Okay, Lucas.
Yes.
You got a scary story to tell us?
I do have a scary story.
Is it scary or is
It's
it just
scary.
like okay?
So if I can do two stories, I have a scary and a not scary one.
Great.
I'll
Let's
try to keep them
palate
short.
cleanse.
Yes. Okay. So the scary story is, all right. So I'll give you a little bit of background. We grew up in the woods on Long Island. There was our house backed up to hundreds of acres of this old woods down the road from where Teddy Roosevelt lived.
Holy
so
shit.
we used to hear that he would go on romping adventures. And
What's
so
a romping?
Yeah, you know,
adventure?
crazy shit happened in
rough
those
and tumble,
woods.
rough rider,
Yeah,
that
he
kind
would
of stuff.
get drunk
He'd
on a
get
horse?
drunk on,
Oh,
drunk
hell
on a
yeah,
horse,
with a bunch
fall
of
down,
dogs.
yeah, poop in a hole, and then not cover it up. And be like, "Bah!"
He was like a fox with rabies.
Yes, he was. He had distemper. Anyway, it was just old growth, old big trees,
Yes.
beautiful, kind of creepy, but really beautiful woods. And our house was right at the edge of a hill where all these natural springs came up and formed a pond that emptied out eventually into the Long Island Sound. Now, the Irish believe that low places that fill with water are really haunted, they're gateways between this world and the other.
Yeah, I've heard that of like water
That's
being
why-
a big old
Yeah.
vortex
Yes.
or
That's
That's
whatever.
why Louisiana is so haunted.
Seriously.
Oh shit.
Yeah, there's something about water, and especially water underground, that it really attracts this
Ew,
stuff.
yeah. Okay.
And so that was just the spot. And I always had this feeling that there was stuff in the swamp, in the woods. You'd go at night with a flashlight, you'd see shadows dart behind things, and you weren't sure if it was just a shadow or, you could really see how like people would sort of believe that there was just stuff right out of sight. And there was a lot of weird stuff that would happen in our house. We'd hear like, my brother, I was talking to him about this the other day. He remembers it too. So it wasn't just my child imagination. We shared a bedroom. We'd hear adult footsteps coming up the stairs at night, and we'd never see our parents walk by the room. Like they would just
Was
dissipate.
it an older home?
Yes. It
Okay.
was older. It wasn't super old. It was built in maybe the early 1900s, but the area was settled since forever. We found arrowheads in the woods.
Wow,
There were
yeah.
dugouts. Where the settlers would dig out the side of a hill
Yeah.
and make their dugout shelter there. And there were all these dugouts cut
Wow.
out
oh my
all around.
God, yeah.
Yeah. So it was old. Old Indian trails that were still in use for just hiking and stuff.
Yeah.
And one day we were in the kitchen, and my brother was standing over at one end of the kitchen, and I was kind of standing over more closer to the laundry room, like a little farther away from him. All of a sudden, my brother screamed. My older brother screamed and turned white and ran out of the kitchen, shrieking. And that scared the crap out of me, because I'd never seen my older brother scared like that, ever. And so I screamed too and followed him and ran. We both ran upstairs.
Whatever you
shrieking,
think.
"Ah!"
I remember one time my older sister stepped on a nail and I started crying more than she was for her. I'm just like, you're gonna die. Like just freaking out for her.
Yeah, you saw how in pain she was. And you
Yes.
so there's no faking that, and there's no he was just scared, so scared. Ran upstairs, started screaming and crying to my dad. Somebody laughed at me in the kitchen. A man, the deep voice laughed at me in the kitchen.
Oh my God.
He said, "Oh," like that. My dad saw how scared he was, and grabbed a hammer and went downstairs to check
his bedroom hammer.
his bedroom hammer. He did, yeah. My dad's actually a really practical guy, and he, if you think about it, a baseball bat is not the thing you want to kill an intruder with in your house. It's too big. You're gonna hit the wall. A hammer, you can just clunk someone real easy over the head.
Oh man, maybe I should get some hammers.
Remember I was trying to talk you into getting a crowbar?
Yeah, I'm gonna just get a bat.
I said a crowbar because then it's two birds, one stone.
Yeah.
You can get out of an earthquake situation if the door gets jammed, or you can just like jab someone in the eye or clunk them in the head. There's a lot you can do with a crowbar.
I feel I could use a bat to get out of an earthquake situation.
You could also use it to play baseball.
Yeah.
But if you have a bat, you'd have to like beat the door down and break it. But if you have a crowbar, you just pop whatever's wedged out.
I mean, I'm just gonna shatter windows. Get out that way.
I don't want you to cut your tootsies.
Thank you, but I'll figure it
She'll
out.
punch it.
Yeah, I'll punch it, man.
Then her toes will be fine.
My toes will be great. My hands will be.
I don't have a crowbar yet.
torn to
Maybe I'll
shreds.
get a crowbar this afternoon.
Maybe we can get sponsored by a crowbar on this.
Oh yeah, just a crowbar.
A funny feeling brought to you by a crowbar.
One crowbar. Sorry, it's sold.
Okay, great.
Okay,
so he's got hammer.
He's got a hammer.
Very
He went
smart.
down, looked around, looked outside the house. There was nobody. There was nothing. It was all the windows were closed. It's not like someone was
it
outside.
daytime?
It was night.
Okay.
Spooky nighttime.
And how old were you?
I was probably around 8 or 9. He was probably around 11 ish.
Okay.
And your dad was 15-ish.
My dad was 12 and a half.
Yeah.
So he goes downstairs.
He goes downstairs, investigates, didn't see anything, and that was that. And
That he bonked you and your brother once in the head.
he bonked me once, and then and I woke up here in the studio with you
Oh my
guys.
God. Yeah.
You missed 20 years.
Yeah. Your clothes are ripping off of you.
Honestly, this is disgusting.
I haven't showered.
Your puberty was rough.
Yeah.
We saw it.
Yeah, we saw everything.
I was unconscious for it. What do you want? I couldn't wash my face.
A lot of acne. So he goes downstairs. No one's there.
There's no one there. And that was that. And we had other sort of little experiences. Like we would hear screams in the woods. But
my gosh.
I'm pretty sure those were owls.
Yeah.
But that's another thing. I don't want to go down a rabbit hole with this, but
Go for it.
look
Go
into
for it.
owls. There's this weird connection between weirdness, what they call high strangeness, and owls. And I have seen a weird amount of owls in my life.
Ew.
Yes.
That's weird.
It's weird, right?
Yeah.
Like, we just moved to a house a year ago, and I went outside one night, and I got a feeling somebody was watching me. And my mind immediately went to, am I about to get abducted by a UFO? I looked up, and there was a little white thing sitting on top of a pine tree. I turned my flashlight on. It was an owl, a barn owl.
my
Middle of Los
God.
Angeles.
Barn owls are the cutest.
They're adorable. A little white. They're really like
fluffy, pretty fluffy.
They have
they're
like
like
the.
smooth, but they're really beautiful.
So,
I've never seen it.
was your dog Buster with you?
Yeah.
Lucas has a gigantic dog.
Yeah.
cute?
Yeah,
He's
he's
an
cute.
American
Bulldog.
Bulldog. He's
What?
he's enormous.
He's huge.
Cute.
He's the
And
biggest-
Buster's such a good name.
and
Yeah.
he's so stupid and sweet.
Yes.
Oh.
He's the nicest guy.
Yeah, he's the weirdest combination of stupid and smart. Like last night, I opened up the door for him to go out, and he crashed into the screen door. And then so I was like, oh man. And so I let him out to go. He comes back in. I opened the screen door for him, and he was afraid to go through the doorway again.
Oh
He's
my
smart.
Cause and effect. I
God.
was like,
Yep.
oh, come on.
Come
He's
on,
like,
buddy.
no. I thought it was safe before, Lucas.
I trusted you. No way.
He's from Long Island too.
Yeah. Oh.
Ew. So, we have another.
So
is that
yeah,
what?
that's the scary one. And the other story is pretty crazy. It just happened.
in your new home?
No.
Okay.
It happened at the home we were in just before this one. So it starts. Last year. I'm in New York in August, shooting a commercial. They flew me in, shooting a commercial in New York, and my wife was pregnant with we have a 10-month-old baby at home now. She's real cute.
Yay.
And my wife was pregnant, and she had earlier in the pregnancy had like a false positive blood test warning about Down syndrome, and scared the crap out of us. And so they took another blood test, and we were pretty sure everything was fine. And so I was on set all day shooting, and I come back and I call my wife to tell her how good it was, and she was like crying, and she told me that while my phone was off on set, she had gotten the blood test back, and that they said something was really possibly really wrong. It was some type of thing. It wasn't Down syndrome. Something that is basically unsurvivable from if the baby had it, and that it was an emergency. She had to go in and get what do you call it? Amniocentesis, where they stick a needle in your belly and take a little bit of the fluid out of the placenta,
which is really dangerous,
horrifying, and dangerous, and that in and of itself could end the pregnancy. It was a horrible thing. She had to go through it by herself, and it was painful and scary. And then also this possibility that something would be wrong. The doctor was like giving her information of abortion places, like in case she had to do that. And we're just like, oh no. And so I flew back the next day, crying on the plane, just bursting into tears. It was the most
like a 6-hour flight or whatever of just
so stressful.
Oh my God.
I watched The Jungle Book on the plane. And I was crying through the whole thing because it's like about a kid and his parents. And I was just like crying and crying. And I don't cry easily, but I was just I couldn't turn it off. I've never been so upset and scared in my whole life. And it took weeks. We're just weeks of waiting and waiting. It was just torture.
Oh my God.
It was awful. It was absolutely awful. And I told my mom about it, and I tried not to tell anybody, but they could tell something was wrong,
Yeah.
And so I told her you have to tell people about these things. You can't keep it inside. And so she was, suffering with me, and everybody was, and hoping and praying. And then my mom had called me and said that she had had a dream. I don't remember if my grandma had appeared to my mom in the dream. I just know that she said she had sensed a presence of my grandma who's dead, and she had sensed this presence of hers, and that the dream, she had woke up with this concrete feeling that everything was going to be fine. So those words were in her head, everything's going to be fine. And so I was like, oh, that's great. That makes me feel good, but not really.
Yeah.
And so a couple days passed, and I was in the kitchen of our old apartment with my wife talking about our days. And the lights were off in the kitchen, and the blinds were closed because it was summer. It was dark in the kitchen, and we're talking. All of a sudden, a white flash, like someone had done a camera flash, went off in the kitchen.
What?
And both of us stopped and stared at each other and went, "What was that?" And we immediately thought someone had been standing out in the alley and took a picture through the window. So I opened up the curtain. No one was out there. I look up in the sky. Because I was thinking maybe an airplane, like sun shone up.
Something
weird. There was nothing in the sky. There was nothing. And the blind had been closed. So I was like, what? And I got chills. I got goosebumps on my arms. There was just something like that was not normal. That was not really. And my wife, who's not a super believer in any of this stuff either, she got chills too. Then the phone rings 10 minutes later, and we got the results that everything was fine.
Oh my God.
Like, oh wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Whoa.
That's
And
really
I was
cool.
just like dumbfounded. I immediately went online and Googled white flashlight, and all this stuff came up of like your guardian angel. It's a sign of
my
hope, and
God.
it's trying comfort from some other dimension. Something's trying to comfort you, and it's like, I don't know.
I got chills.
Yeah.
I have goosebumps right now.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
There's one last little addendum to it.
Yeah.
So my wife has the baby. We're at the hospital. She gives birth. She's a beautiful baby girl. She's totally healthy. Immediately starts crying and starts nursing and just so happy. The doctor, who is amazing, she calls me over and says, Lucas, look at the placenta. I want to show you this. There was like a squiggle on the placenta that looked like an enlarged artery or something, and she says she uses some technical medical term for that's what this is, and I go, oh, is that a problem? Was that a problem? And she goes, well, it could have been, but it wasn't. It didn't. There was something wrong with the placenta, and the placenta is not the baby. The placenta is the sac that holds the baby.
Yeah.
And this explains why there was something going on with the blood test, but the baby was fine.
But the baby was okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So maybe she had a little help in there.
Yeah. You think it was your grandma?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I to tell you the truth, I kind of do think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do.
Oh, I love that
That's
so
an amazing
much.
story. Although I got to tell you, My favorite show is Born This Way, and it's about 7 young people living with Down syndrome, and they're amazing.
Yeah.
They really are. Like, they're
Yeah.
so amazing.
Well, this wasn't Down syndrome.
Right. It would have been something that would have been,
we were
like,
worried about Down
terminal.
syndrome. Yeah, it would have been.
Well, and it's just one of those things, like, because everyone just wants their kid to be the healthiest, the smartest,
Right.
and, like, you just want, like, for there not to be any issues. It's not to
Right.
say that, like one is, like, better than the other, but, like, it makes you, like, worry that, like, what else will this mean if it happens? So, so, like, that's amazing, though. I love that story.
Wait, and were you saying that your wife, does she believe in this?
She
or
does.
Like,
She kind of does now.
I think,
she
probably
does.
now. She's like, okay, I'm in.
She says she doesn't believe, but she gets scared. She doesn't not want to talk about this stuff with me because she doesn't believe it. She doesn't want to talk about it because she was worried that I'm going to manifest stuff in our life.
Oh, that's fair enough,
Yeah,
too, to be
yeah.
like, hey, we don't need to bring it up around the kid.
She's probably like, "You're freaking me out,
You're right.
dude."
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
If I know Amanda, she's probably like, "Lucas, stop it."
That's exactly it. Stop it.
Does Buster ever see things?
I don't know. No, Buster's really, my description for Buster is, we had a German Shepherd, and that German Shepherd was like a Secret Service agent, seeing stuff from
Yes.
miles away, hearing stuff we couldn't hear, on top of everything. Buster's more like a bar bouncer. He deals with trouble right here, right now.
Yes.
He's not in the ether. He's not worried about tomorrow.
I feel my dogs growing up were kind of with Buster of just like they weren't sensing anything beyond what was maybe in front of us.
Exactly.
Buster's the kind of dog, like, if you see him through a doorway, you're like, "Oh, shit." And then the moment that you, like, get near him, you're like, "He's licking me all over."
He's adorable.
He
He's
loves
so
me.
sweet.
Oh, he sounds perfect.
I used to pretend to choke him.
He loves
but
that.
truly, just like Lucas would pretend to beat the dog up, and he would lay on the ground and pretend and just be like he
He
didn't
loves
care.
it. He loves it.
Oh my God, he sounds perfect.
He's a great dog.
He is.
I remember once didn't he like try to? He did something, and Amanda got hurt though because he's a giant. Because Amanda,
Oh, yeah.
Lucas's wife is a tiny little lady. She's the size of she could fit in your pocket.
She's Thumbelina.
yeah.
Yeah,
She's
I'm married to
Thumbelina.
Thumbelina.
yeah,
yes.
your baby's little.
Yeah.
Is she here with us right now?
No,
you
no,
pick
no.
your wife up.
I dropped her. She fell out of my pocket in the Uber.
Well, no, someone has to work.
Somebody's got to work in this situation. Well, you would ask me about something.
Yeah, the dog didn't was it another dog that he saw, or was it a squirrel? That Buster?
So we were playing. We had just got him. So he was a rescue. My aunt and uncle had rescued him and then given him to my parents, and they had him for a few years. Then me and Amanda moved out here,
Yeah.
and we took him. So we had just gotten him. He was not used to leashes. He was not used to the city. He's not used to other dogs. He was just totally going crazy. And we tried taking him outside in the courtyard once to throw the ball for him, let him run around. But we were worried the courtyard was open to he could get out to traffic. And so I threw the ball, and the ball started kind of going near the opening.
Yeah.
And Amanda was worried he was going to run out. So she, without thinking, sidestepped in front of him to stop him from going after the ball. He couldn't stop in time and took her legs out from under her. She did a complete flip and landed on her face. I was instantly terrified that she had broken all her teeth or something horrible.
God.
She was knocked silly. She was totally out of it. She had a little cut on her chin.
Yeah.
Needed stitches.
I think I saw right after that
Yeah.
happened. She had stitches.
But
yeah.
Buster felt so bad. Immediately ran up to her and started licking her face. He felt so bad.
You're lucky you didn't get a
God.
taste for blood and eat the whole family.
But we got
Very
him.
fortunate.
We
Very
got him
fortunate.
fixed after that, just to calm him down.
Oh, he wasn't.
Yeah.
He wasn't
fixed.
neutered.
No.
Yeah.
He had them big old Buster
Yeah. Oh
balls.
God, they were. The vet came out and was like, their eyes were like dinner plates, and like, jeez, those were big balls.
Oh God, we're gonna have good
cancel
eating
all
tonight with them balls.
We had to order a new dumpster for those bulls. Oh my! Everybody's from Long Island for some reason.
Do you have time for us to listen to a submitted ghost story?
Yeah.
All right,
All
let me do it.
right.
Hi, my name is Alex O'Connor. When I was about 15 years old, I was asleep in bed at home, and I woke up to what felt like pressure on my leg, like sort of like when somebody wakes you up and they kind of shake you a little bit, like a gentle shake. It was some pressure on my thigh. And I woke up and I didn't see anything or anyone. And I had mirrors as my closet doors.
Bad.
And so what I often used to do was I would look in the mirror, sort of at the reflection to look at the rest of my room. And what I saw was two little boys. And they were sitting on the ground right next to each other at the base of my bed and sort of hugging their knees into their chest, and they were looking at me in the mirror.
Ew. I hate this.
I stared at them for what felt like a while, but it was probably about 1 second. And the next thing I knew, one of them sort of reached at me, and I threw my blanket over my face, and I froze, and I was so scared. And I just laid there for a second, and I pulled the blankets over my head because I don't know why, actually. I guess I wanted to see them again, and they sort of under my bed.
They did what?
And
They did what?
I freaked out,
Under her
and that was my scary ghost incident. But what turned out to be my singular ghost incident was that a few of my friends had actually had other experiences in my house, and they just hadn't told me about it yet because I always had this fear that my house was haunted, and it turns out that it was. A few of my friends had noticed very small incidents where, like, for example, a few of us were in my bedroom one night, and I saw two of my friends sort of, their eyes sort of popped out of their head, and
Holy shit.
they looked scared, and I asked them what was wrong, and they were like, did you see that? And I said, did I see what? And they said, your perfume bottle, it just picked up and went back down on your desk. And I thought they were messing with me, and then it happened again, and they both ran out of my bedroom.
Oh my God.
So I never saw that, but two of my friends saw that at the same time. And another one of my friends saw something like a person walking into my brother's bedroom in the house. She said she just sort of saw like the back of a leg, sort of. And another incident was... I was sitting on the couch with my friend and her boyfriend, and they were holding hands, and my friend's boyfriend sort of jolted his leg, and he kept looking at it, and he kept moving his leg, and I finally asked him if he was okay, and he said he keeps feeling like something, like pressure on his leg, which is, weirdly enough, it was in the exact same place as to where I felt pressure on my leg when I was woken up. It was right above the knee on the thigh. And he kept feeling like somebody was like putting pressure on his leg, but nobody was, visibly anyways. And so he got up and he was like, I'm going to go get some water from the kitchen. And he walked into the kitchen, and when he was out there, he kind of made this noise, and I guess he saw a CD case come out of the CD rack and go back into it.
What?
So whatever my ghosts were doing overall was just some sort of friendly things. I think they were just sort of letting us know that they were there. They didn't do anything scary at all. It was more so just...
But what about the groping?
saying hi, I think. So, yeah, those are my ghost stories.
Ooh,
Yikes.
that was what those two little. That's horrifying.
Oh my God.
Sitting with their legs up against their chest, like that's fucked up.
Scared little ghosts.
Ew.
Oh my God.
Ew.
I was worried that they were all having like blood clots in their legs.
yeah. Turns out we were all having blood clots.
I felt pressure in my legs.
What a, like, already being a teenage girl is hard enough where you're constantly embarrassed, but then to be like, I don't know if I can have a slumber party because my house is haunted.
Yeah. But
What a bummer.
I mean, for me, it would be a dream come
Well,
true.
yeah, you would love that.
I'd be like, hey guys, my house is haunted. Want to come over?
Wait, come over.
There's a ghost in my room.
You'd be like, Marcy, you're from Louisiana. Why do you sound like you're from the Valley?
I'm in the Valley of Louisiana. I have 2 cute little boy ghosts in my room.
Ew, grody.
I mean, some places are so damn haunted.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I've had experiences myself, but there are some places that just are just full of ghosts.
Like Louisiana is the first thing that jumps into my mind when I think of Louisiana is hauntings and
Yes.
ghosts.
Yeah.
I feel like Europe must be like that too.
Yeah.
Right?
It's very
Just
old.
old and full. Like, every building is old and awesome and haunted.
I was always surprised in New York City that I didn't experience anything there because, like, there's just so much going on. But maybe it's just the energy of the city. It's kind of
I
like,
bet even the ghosts are like, gotta keep moving.
I got a ghost job.
Yeah, out of the way. I've gotten yelled at multiple times in New York City for not walking fast enough.
Oh my God.
Because I'm a stroller. And, like, multiple people
Yeah,
are
you
like,
have
you've gotta walk faster.
you have babies inside of you right now, right? You're a
Yeah,
stroller.
I am a stroller.
Yeah. You guys,
I carry babies.
you,
for
you
people.
hear Betsy's voice and you have you imagine what she looks like, but really she's just like one of those Up-A Baby.
She's made by Up-A Baby,
Yeah,
yes.
Up-A
Yes.
Baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
It's
just
a very
stroller.
high-end
She's
stroller.
got yes, she has a drink holder coming out of the
It's like
side.
a $700
the big,
stroller.
like, the 3 wheels, right?
Yeah,
The
there's a
big
little
3
bit of
wheels.
suspension.
Yeah, you could take me off-roading.
Oh, yeah.
Your baby will still sleep the whole time.
Yeah.
Sleeping baby.
Sleeping baby. Oh, that was good.
That was really good. I also love just when other people have like experiences, like you think, oh, this might be haunted, and then other people are like, yeah, it definitely is.
Yeah. Like the idea of, I mean, those shared experiences is so wild. Like those 2 friends being like, we both saw this thing.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen things in the sky recently. I saw New Year's Eve. I went outside again to take my dog out in the yard, and I saw these lights in the sky that I don't know. Maybe they were Chinese lanterns, but Chinese lanterns, I've watched videos, they kind of float up on the breeze.
Yeah,
These
yeah.
things went up, down, left to right. They came together. When I tried to like go to a different part of my yard to look at them, they like went behind a tree, like almost like they were trying to get out of my vision.
Oh wow.
But you know,
And it couldn't have been like drones.
I guess it could have been, but they were making no noise. Drones are
Right.
loud. I've
Drones
seen
are like,
louds. I've seen
yeah,
drones go
they're-
over. And these were, they didn't have like the blinking lights like drones have. They were solid amber circles.
Oh wow.
Whoa.
But since no one was there to see them, and I got a crappy video on my phone, but it's awful. It shows you, it's like,
Yeah.
oh, that looks like nothing. So it's so hard. I wish someone else was there to see it.
I gotta say, I love looking up UFO videos on YouTube. That is the best.
Yeah.
Because Russia has so many
Yeah.
strange videos of
Yeah.
like
Because everyone has dash cams.
because everyone
there.
has dash cams, so they catch a lot of stuff.
Oh.
It's like legally they have to have dash cams.
Really?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So that's why there are so many videos of things. It's not just
Whoa.
because it's like, oh, the country, but like there are just a lot of cameras in the country.
Right.
Have you seen that, like, witch YouTube video?
No.
In like,
In
I
the
feel
woods?
like Mexico or something. Oh, I'll figure it out.
Will you
and
send
we'll
it to
post
everyone
about
listening?
it. Everybody listening, I'll send it to you. I'm gonna look it up right now.
Which YouTube? What happens in it?
Witch, she like this witch is flying around like a mountain.
I think that's Russia, right?
It might be.
Is it
It's-
Mexico or Russia? They're
I
very
don't know.
easy to
Let me-
confuse.
I
Yeah,
need to
yeah.
find
They're very
out.
similar.
Oh yeah, to me they're the same thing. I love those Mexican stacking dolls.
Yeah.
Russian
And,
tacos are
Russian,
the best.
ooh, Russian tacos and nachos. Yeah, I'm gonna find this right
Find
now.
it for us. Yeah, that's I wish I never really have been that super interested in UFOs, but I'm getting more and more interested because the more obsessed I get with the paranormal, are you watching the video right now?
I found it. It is witch flying over Mexico.
Okay, we'll look it up.
Yeah.
Everybody
Well,
look up
yeah,
witch flying over Mexico.
Wow.
Witch flying over. I mean, it's silly, but it's kind of fun. It's a fun one.
But yeah, I think I've heard a lot of theories that we like to separate ghosts and aliens. Like they're two different categories, and they don't. What are you doing, Boo?
Sorry, I'm really getting into this witch video.
All right, well.
Okay, I'll stop.
But we believe that aliens and ghosts are in two separate categories, but maybe they aren't.
Yeah. And then there's this idea, oh man, I got so many like authors and books that I want to recommend to you if you're interested in UFOs. So Jacques Vallée, you got to look into this guy. Maybe just start watching some talks on YouTube, and then maybe you get his book called Passport to Magonia. This guy, there's a character in Close Encounters of the Third Kind that's based on this guy, Jacques Vallée.
Oh shit!
He's real legit.
Oh, I think I've heard about this recently.
He's a French guy, and he's a scientist. Like I think he's a computer. He's made his money through tech and investing and stuff. But he is really interested in this stuff, and he came up with this idea. Oh, I don't know if he came up with it, but he articulated it very well, which was that there's something very, very too strange about the UFO phenomenon. Too strange for it to be aliens. There's something where it's almost putting on displays for us, wants to be seen by us, and if aliens were coming here from another planet, little scientists were coming here and doing studies, the things that people report, UFOs and close encounters that happening in these experiences don't make any sense in that regard. They actually have a lot more in common with the old folk fairy tales in Europe, and the idea of a lot of old cultures have these ideas of tricksters. This trickster entity that can kind of look any way it wants, but sometimes appears like spindly, elfin, and small. And this guy really a lot of pretty legit. And believe it or not, there are legit people looking into the UFO thing.
They got to.
It's not all like kind of kooks and stuff. Like there's some.
Yeah.
The government. I won't go too conspiracy here, but they do pay attention to it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a fact.
Yeah.
It's a fact.
For sure.
They do take the reports, and I'm of the opinion though that they know basically as little as we do.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't buy into the idea that the government knows everything. They're keeping it all from. I think they if they do have some evidence, videos or whatever, they don't want to show it to us, freak us out.
It's probably more likely that private companies would have
Bigelow.
Bigelow Aerospace.
Yeah.
He was just on 60 Minutes. He's a billionaire, and he has invested tons of money into investigating this stuff. Another book you got to check out is Hunt for the Skinwalker by George Knapp.
Okay.
I need to do
sounds scary.
more research about Skinwalker Ranch because I'm really interested
What
in
is
that.
Skinwalker Ranch?
Okay.
Yeah.
So I got chills just now.
You're rubbing your hands together. Yes.
Oh man. Okay. So Skinwalker Ranch is a ranch in Utah, and it was bought by a Mormon family, for super cheap. And all this crazy weird stuff. Oh, there were locks on the crazy locks on all the doors and everything.
Okay,
and
like when they bought it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they just started having the most insane, bizarre experiences. Their cattle was getting mutilated. And cattle mutilation is a thing. This is another real thing. The FBI has a file on it.
Yeah.
There's tens of thousands of cases in America.
Theories that it could be like some like unexplained, like some animal that they think is no longer in the area, like a panther or something like that, or that it could be like satanic cult or some kind of like, like people doing it.
Those are ideas.
Those are ideas.
The strange thing about cattle, like a true cattle mutilation, is that there are no bite marks. The animal's not ripped the way you'd think it would be with the panther, and there isn't even any blood ever. There's no drop of blood.
I just read Peter Straub's ghost story, and that shit happens in that. Spooky.
Yeah.
Spooky. Okay, keep going. This is terrifying.
But so the thing with Skinwalker is, so there's cattle mutilation. They were seeing all sorts of everything from like poltergeist to weird ships floating around in the distance, and portals opening, and voices, and people. Some hippie showed up at one time and tried to meditate to it, and they said a huge like circle shot at him and roared in his face. He shat his pants and ran away and like never came back. Yeah,
Hey, man.
He's like, that's
Oh
not
no,
cool.
my hip pants,
oh
dude.
man, my bell bottoms. Hippies don't wear bell bottoms anymore, do they?
Well,
I
they
bet some
could.
do.
Some do.
Yeah, right?
But yeah, I'm really. We were just talking to someone recently about trying to go to maybe a UFO conference sometime. Maybe we should get a group.
Yeah, I'll go. I wanted to go to Contact in the Desert this last year. If you guys want to go this year, let's go. I
Let's
want to
do
go.
it.
Okay.
The only reason I didn't go is because I would be alone and weird.
And your wife was like, you had a
She
new
told me to go. She wanted me to go.
Oh well, we'll do
I got
it.
permission.
Shit, man.
We're doing it.
Yes.
We gotta go. That's scary. I'll go.
They have so many great speakers and stuff because like once you get into the world, you're like, oh my god, there are like, it is a world like. They have experts and people who've spent their entire lives studying this stuff.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, and not like the guy with the crazy hair on Ancient Aliens. That guy is
That dude.
He's
My
like,
dad, that's my dad's
destroys
favorite
me.
show.
It's but I feel like the guy does that hair to try and like
Yeah,
play up
to
the
look
silliness.
kooky, yeah.
He's trying to
Yes.
look kooky.
Yes.
Another guy you guys should look into is Whitley Strieber. He wrote that book Communion, which started the whole craze of gray aliens and abduction and the idea of the anal probe. There was no anal probe joke. It honestly turned into a joke, which is really unfair because Whitley Strieber describes what happened to him as a rape.
Yeah.
He says he was raped by this thing, and it's kind of shitty that everybody just laughs at that. Like, even if he's making it up, like, what, just give him oh my God, don't, like, that's not funny.
Yeah, or even if it is like, you know how sometimes people will disassociate and then they're, like, that's a theory with a lot of alien abductions is that they're just, like, assaults that people have disassociated and their brain filled in the gaps.
Right.
That's just, it's like and I'm sure in cases that is true for some people.
Yeah.
But like, if that is true, then like, don't make fun of that person
Right.
who like had something terrible. And anyway, that's a dark note. But yeah, I'm very interested. It's something I don't know enough about because I've only recently. Once someone was like, "It's maybe tied to ghosts," and I was like, "I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm in."
Tell
if
me
it's-
everything.
if
That
it's
you
about-
would dig Whitley Strieber so much, especially man. Okay, you got to check out Communion, the book
Okay.
that started it, and then you also got to read his most recent book called Supernatural, which ties all this stuff together. It ties. I haven't finished it yet, so I don't go too into the book, but he's tying in like Jacques Vallée, he's tying in the UFO thing, the ghost thing, the ESP, all this stuff, and it kind of fits together in a weird way.
in one of our earlier episodes, I was telling Betsy that the idea that maybe Bigfoot is like
They saw Bigfoots on Skinwalker. They saw them.
that like maybe they're a tulpa
What?
or
I love that episode. I love that. I heard you guys talking about that.
thank you.
Thanks.
I love
or
that
that-
you immediately went into tulpas.
the possibility that like
That shit's
maybe they
wild.
are extra, maybe they are ETs, like maybe and maybe they're interdimensional travelers. That's why you can see them and then you don't. There's no because they're like they're moving dimensions.
And like Skinwalker Ranch is
It's like a portal.
an area
Yeah.
where they're like, we could do what we want here.
Can you go there?
It's private property, and Bigelow, that billionaire, owned it and did some scientific studies there, and then he sold it. And whoever owns it now doesn't let anyone on the land. They say even if you try and go on neighboring property, like people will bring guns, put guns at you. and
Bigfoot owns it now.
Bigfoot.
Is Utah
stay
one of those
off.
open carry states?
Yeah.
What's that?
It's where you could
Guns?
just like have a gun out in the open. Because
Yeah.
I was in,
God.
I mean, there was the terrible tragedy in Vegas, but a couple weeks before that, I was in Vegas and we were stopping at like a sandwich shop on the way out to drive back to LA. And there were these two, the nerdiest looking men I've ever seen. Like these two guys look like if you gave them any ball and said throw it to me, they would drop it on the ground, fart, and then fall down before anything else. But they both had like two like Glocks on their waist, and I was like, this is too scary.
They were gun dweebs.
I was like, there's
Yeah,
no
gun
way.
dorks.
I was like, those guys think they're gonna save someone. No way.
Well, that's, I feel, a
Freeze.
lot of the people who are pro-gun, where it's like...
Well,
so
I
if
mean,
somebody-
some are
if-
like my family all has a bunch of guns and like, but
it's also
but they're not
like...
dweebs.
well, we
Yeah.
learned how to shoot. Like
Yeah.
in junior high, I got my hunting license through PE.
Do you feel you would be
PE,
able
whoa.
to save somebody?
Wait. I'm telling you, they taught me to
heard.
shoot a gun at school.
Yeah, that's crazy.
In my physical education
Yeah,
class.
that's fucking bonkers.
Wow.
We learned how to shoot, but
Giving like 7th graders fucking guns.
hormones raging.
That would have been a bad idea in my case.
Yeah.
I can't. That's 7th grade. Woo! Wow.
We were
My
just,
God, yeah.
but I mean,
Multiple kids would be gone.
I think that if you know how to shoot a gun, then you know how to, like, if you like do it regularly, great.
I
And those
still
guys
don't
maybe do,
think-
but
I
but
still don't
saving
think in
under
the-
pressure is really. Like, I used
Yeah,
to work.
that's what I'm...
I worked at the sheriff's office for a while, and like sometimes I was a deputy one summer.
You were a deputy?
I was
A
a deputy.
deputy.
And the SWAT team had a very like escalated situation where SWAT had to go in, and they were like, in those moments, all that the training comes in, but like they have to train constantly so that in those moments they can still function.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say is
I
like...
agree though. Like even like an average person who goes and shoots once a week at the range, probably in an actual dangerous situation, will freak out and not know what to
Yes.
do.
It has to be muscle memory, lizard brain. Like, because
Yeah.
if you
Yes.
think about it, you can't think in that situation. So
Yeah.
it's got to be deeper.
Yeah.
Also-
How did you become a deputy do?
Yeah.
That seems nuts.
I worked in warrants, so it wasn't like I had a gun or anything.
Even that seems
I would
nuts.
just call people and tell them they had a warrant out for their arrest.
Hi,
so
you
you'd
have
like-
a warrant.
Hello? You're under arrest. Bye.
Yeah, basically, I'd be like, hi, this is Marcy Jar with the Livingston Bureau of Sheriff's Office. I just calling to let you know that your husband has a warrant out for his arrest, and you guys need to come in and sign a $500 bond, or I'm going to send a deputy out to pick you up. Thanks, bye.
And then you'd text, freeze.
We didn't have texting back then.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, my whole family works, or they're
I
all
forget.
in law
Yes,
enforcement.
yes.
That's why I do. I think because my whole family's in law enforcement, that I'm like, yeah, I actually probably know.
They would probably be fine.
Yeah, they would. I never once. My grandfather used to have a story where he went into a murder scene where he wasn't sure. Like it was like
Oh, yeah, we don't know.
a man had killed his entire family, but the neighbors called, and he wasn't sure if he was walking in, but he didn't have a gun. He didn't carry a gun with him when he was a sheriff.
Whoa.
He had one in his car, but for some reason he didn't have it, and he just like walked in with nothing.
What a badass.
Didn't you have an ancestor who was like a dueling champion?
Not a champion. He was a serial killer.
That's you told me that. I didn't want to say
Yeah,
that.
I have on my dad's side of the family.
There's a
There's
serial killer?
well, he would challenge people to duels a lot.
Oh.
So
And he
you-
killed 21 white men. It was back in the 1800s.
So
he,
the idea was that he was like the best dueler, and so would
no, he would
constantly
cheat.
challenge. Oh,
no,
he'd
he would
cheat.
cheat it. He would cheat.
Whoa.
Yeah, he would challenge people to a duel, then shoot them when their backs were turned. Yeah.
Oh, so he is...
And then he was like trying to like, or he would
that's
just sneak up on people and like
lowlife.
he would sneak up and shoot them on their porch or something.
Whoa.
And he was like, the way he got killed was I gotta ask my uncle about this because I think it's like their great uncle. I don't think it was like, so it's like in my lineage, but like there's like a little,
Yeah.
he's on a branch, so maybe I don't
I'm
have
never
to.
going to turn my back on you,
I mean,
Marcy.
I have some crazy people in my family.
Murder
But
Marcy.
so he was trying
Marcy
to
the murderer.
like he was trying to like show his son his ways, and so he like snuck up on this guy that he had like a beef with, and he was like kind of in the ditch hiding, gonna shoot this man on the porch, and he was letting his son do it. He was like, I'm training him to be also a killer,
what
I guess.
in the hell?
So his son shot first and missed.
yeah, of course.
And because it was like the old timey gun that you had to like load again.
Yeah.
So like while they were reloading so that my whatever great uncle was taking the gun and reloading because he was going to shoot him because the man obviously knew then that man had his gun on the porch and shot him.
Wow.
And he didn't shoot the
my
son, he shot the father because he
God.
knew that's how he would stop it. So
Wow.
so yeah, he killed a lot of people. He wasn't great. I mean, maybe he was. I don't know. Maybe you just kill people and it's a fun thing. No, I don't know.
Wow.
You don't know till you try.
yeah.
Blood.
Jesus.
I'm like Buster. If I get a little taste of blood in my mouth,
That's it. It's
Oh,
over.
I'm terrified.
I mean, that is why I don't think I would never have a gun, because so often in traffic I think, I wish I had a gun so I could shoot that person.
Oh my God.
So I know I should never have a gun.
yeah, that's good.
Well,
You. I wish
at
I
least
had a
know
gun
it.
so I could shoot.
Or
that
I think
person.
Or just get a musket.
if
So
I
you
had
could
a
just-
gun, I would shoot.
Yeah.
Or like I want to like have a slingshot and just like pop people.
I just want to blind somebody.
I just want to put an eye out.
Marcy, I'm terrified of you now.
I think that everyone should know it is within the realm of possibilities that I could kill.
yeah.
And if
Again.
anyone dies and I'm a suspect, look into me.
Please look into me.
Just look. I just say,
This is a cry for help.
look in.
yeah, I'm worried.
This is
Do
a
you
perfect
have
place
a plan?
to end. Nope,
Yeah.
we're done.
Okay.
The police are on their way.
Ew.
Hi, this is Marcy. You have a warrant.
I have a warrant out for my arrest.
I put handcuffs on myself. All right, that's it, right?
Yeah, I
I
think
mean,
we
that was
did it.
terrifying that I said I would kill someone. I would not. I won't kill anyone.
Just kidding, everybody.
I just saying that if I had to,
Yeah.
I could.
We know.
Okay.
That holds legal water, I think.
Yeah. You're
good, you're good.
That's good. Oh my God.
Luke is held.
Oh,
Thanks so much.
thank you so much.
We could have talked to you for a million hours.
Yeah.
I had so much fun. I hope I didn't have diarrhea of the mouth. I've just
No.
been so
No.
I've been so plugged up about this stuff. I need to shit all over you guys.
We're so happy to be your laxative.
Thank you.
Let it out. It was great.
Thanks.
Thanks, Lucas.
Thank you. Oh, yeah. Thank you so much for listening to A Funny Feeling.
If you have a paranormal experience that you would like to share, please send us a voice memo, or you can email us just a letter at funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com. I'm Marcy.
I'm Betsy, and don't shit your pants.
That was a headgum podcast.